That was the year that instead of my overall annual revenue going up by like a little step every year, it skyrocketed. So there's a really important thing that I want you to know about Business by Design, or BBD, which is James Wedmore's signature online course. And we're going to talk about it here in this video, but I want to be really upfront with you about something. I am an affiliate for BBD. That means if you happen to be interested in joining BBD, you're looking for a Business by Design review, you're looking for Business by Design bonuses, which we'll talk about in this video also. If you happen to use my link, which I'll link to down in the description for this video, to join, then I get a commission from that, and you get to have all of the bonuses that I offer in exchange for you using my link. And this isn't a sales presentation. I'm not trying to get you to buy BBD. I have a successful business without my BBD commissions, but I do have a good bonus bundle for the right person. So if you're considering joining BBD, I'd love it if you use my link so that I can send you all of my bonuses. And honestly, my business wouldn't be what it is without James and what he teaches inside BBD. So it's a no-brainer for me to share it with you. If you're new here, my name is Meredith. I am here to help you look good, sound good, and feel good on camera so that you can become the go-to person in your niche, so that you can build a thriving online business with YouTube. And ultimately, this is an online business, right? I am here to help you through my YouTube channel, but also through my courses and through my own membership, Video Brand Academy. But one question that I keep getting asked in my programs and even outside my programs, like with my one-on-one clients and things, is, Meredith, why don't you teach like how to create a course, how to launch a membership? And the reason is because there's no possible way that I could be as effective at teaching it as James Wedmore. And the reason I know that is because that's where I learned how to do online business, like effectively, meaning actually generating consistent revenue and actually earning a profit on the content I create, the courses I create, and, with Video Brand Academy. I published a Business by Design review video on my channel way back in, I think maybe like 5 years ago. A lot has changed about my business. A lot has changed about what's even inside BBD since then. And I want to create a new video because like my perspective on online business and YouTube and courses and memberships and things like that has shifted because I have 5 years of additional experience since I recorded that last video. Since I just recently updated my blog post covering, like answering all of the questions about BBD, including what some of my Business by Design bonuses are if you join using my link, I wanted to kind of walk through it all with you and help you figure out if it's right for you now or at all or not. And if it is, and you want my bonuses because you're using YouTube to grow your audience and generate sales of your course or program, then my bonuses are definitely for you. So stick around here. So I created this handy little table here on the BBD pros and the BBD cons. So pros are, you do have lifetime access to Business by Design. It's a course. I think James would say this is not a course. It's not like you sit down and you go through all the modules and poof, there you go. Your business is done. Good job. But it is a course. It's not like a membership. So you have access to the whole, like all of the lessons, all of the modules, all of the resources. And when James updates it, it's not something you have to like buy the updated version. You get the whole thing. And I do know that he recently added some like AI tools to kind of help you go through all of the different lessons. I've used a couple of them. I've created some AI tools in my own program. And so I know how effective they are and also like how much time they save. It's phenomenal. You also get step-by-step systems for launching your course or program, meaning if you do webinars or 5-day challenges, or if you just like open the doors to your email list, which is kind of how I do it sometimes. There's like a step-by-step process for, I think there's like 11 different like ways of launching your course or program. The way that I do it has to do with YouTube. So I turn my YouTube channel into a funnel basically. So I'm bringing organic traffic to me, and then the sales of my course and membership comes from people who find me on YouTube. So it's completely organic. No ads are involved as of now. I've played with ads, but I haven't quite mastered them yet. So everything that I teach about building your business with YouTube and actually generating consistent revenue with YouTube comes from organic content on YouTube. And the way I like to think of it is James has like 11 launch execution guides, and mine is like the 12th. And anyone who joins BBD with my link gets that like 12th launch execution guide, which is creating a YouTube funnel. BBD covers business and mindset. If you follow James, if you listen to the Mind Your Business podcast at all, you know James is very businessy, very markety, but also very much committed to helping people get their mind in the right place to be successful at business, because you're kind of always reaching a new level and a new place where you have to start thinking about things. There's a very active BBD Facebook group where you can ask questions, you can get feedback, connect with other members. There's a lot of people in there. It's very active. It's one of my favorite Facebook groups, honestly. And there's also a separate kind of community area that's off of Facebook. So if you don't want to be on Facebook, but you still want to be a part of the community, you can also go to the BBD community for questions, support, and all that fun stuff too. And then I also put on this table that James created a suite of AI tools, and they're really cool. I need to do a whole video about the AI tools that I created for my members inside of Video Brand Academy, because honestly, it's so much fun and it's actually way easier than you might think that it is. And some of the cons that I wrote down here, it's not for side hustlers. It's not for quick cash. You're not going to go from not having a business at all, or an idea, or an audience, or a niche at all right now today, to like suddenly being wildly successful next month. It's more for somebody who already either has a business or has like the idea for like the spark for a business. Like, I know I want to create a course on X, Y, and Z, or I want a membership, or I want to work one-on-one with clients. It's really geared towards building an actual business. And BBD does come at a higher price point. And I think one of the reasons why, in which I have a typo here on my page, is that it doesn't just teach you one thing. It's not just, oh, go do this thing. There you go. There's your revenue stream. Go off and run with it. It's way more cohesive than that. There is a BBD event, BBD Live. It's on the West Coast. I put that as a con because for me, it's a con. Time zones are a real pain in the butt. But the BBD Live event is absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend attending BBD Live. And I will probably be there. The new ideas in BBD can feel a little bit like a distraction. And what I mean by that is there's an infinite number of ways that you can kind of create the business model that you want to build. Like, it's why it's called business by design, right? It kind of makes sense. But when there are so many ideas and there is no one right way, and so many of the ideas are fantastic ideas, and you see someone's doing this over here and someone's doing that over there, you know, like Susie's doing a webinar every week and Joe's doing a 5-day challenge and Meredith's doing a YouTube funnel. Like, what direction do I go? It can feel really distracting because you want to do the right thing, but in reality, what you want to build the way you want to build it is the right thing. And when you follow the processes for building your business in BBD, you kind of can't go wrong because you're always kind of iterating and refining, not trying new things all the time, but iterating and refining. So it's not like some magic wand, right? It is a self-paced course, so you go at your own pace. The good news about that is you're really never behind. The bad news about that is you do have to kind of hold yourself accountable to actually do the work, right? But what's actually inside BBD is there's 6 modules. So BBD Foundations, You by Design, Working by Design, and module number 3 is Offer by Design. This is like probably the biggest needle mover for me in my business is crafting an offer, meaning like not just like, oh, buy my course, here it is, click, click, add to cart. It's not just here's my thing, go buy it. It's crafting an actual experience and creating a way for my clients and customers to actually get the result or results that they're looking for. Start my channel, grow my channel, generate consistent revenue, make consistent course sales with YouTube, like specific results that I know I can help people with, that I also, like, spoiler alert, love talking about, and everything inside of module 3 kind of helps you put all those puzzle pieces together to create something people will actually buy. And then your sales system is how you actually sell it. So for me, I use YouTube, I use email marketing. I'm always building my list. And so I have done a variety of different kind of sales systems, so to speak. Like I used to do 5-day challenges quite a bit. I've done webinars, I've done workshops, I've done master classes, I've done 3-part live video series, 3-part recorded video series. I think I've done every single like sales system in BBD. And then from that kind of created my own system using YouTube as a sales funnel, basically. So that's that like launch execution guide that I was talking about that I'm giving to people who join BBD through my link. And then there's Team by Design, and then there's Scale by Design. So you can scale your revenue. Now, when I talk to people who are thinking about joining BBD, there's always this question of like, yeah, I get everything that's inside, but I don't know if it's going to work for me. Like, I don't know if it's going to work for my business or my niche or for me. And I know when I was thinking about joining, my big question was more like, I don't know if I'm going to do the work. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to put in the effort to do the work. But I ultimately did join because I knew what I wanted was a successful online business that generated revenue and that I didn't hate, that I actually liked showing up for and liked building. And that's what I have now, right? But I wouldn't have known what to do to actually build it, to actually generate revenue if I didn't have that kind of foundational, like the lessons on how to actually craft an offer and how to actually sell an offer. Because I was like a silly goose when I first started my channel. I really just thought that you could create you grow your audience, you create a course and you say, here it is, buy my thing. I didn't know that there's an actual way of selling. And I was really uncomfortable with selling at first. And then I started kind of creating courses and my membership and stuff. Like I crafted those things in a way that made me excited to sell them, made me excited to talk to people about them, to tell people about them. And it didn't really feel icky anymore. But before I joined BBD, I just kind of saw like, well, other people are just saying like, here's my thing, go buy it. And I just kind of copied what I saw other people doing, not copying their niche or their like programs or anything, but I just sort of copied the method that I was seeing, because when you're in somebody's audience, you're only seeing what they're showing you. Like, you're only seeing what I'm showing you right now. Like, you're not seeing that right now. As of today, I have a whole new course recorded, done, created, uploaded to Kajabi, and now I'm working on the sales page, because you can't just slap an image up there with a buy button. I'm being really deliberate about crafting the offer and my messaging and the copywriting to get the sales page right, so that it actually sells. And you don't really see that happening as a newbie. For me, I didn't really see all of that behind the scenes stuff. I just saw that people were slapping an image up there and putting a checkout button, and not seeing all of the other stuff that went into all of the other things on that page. Another thing I used to do before BBD was to create an offer, a course, program, whatever, and then go, okay, well, that was fun. What's next? And I would just kind of abandon it. And, if it wasn't perfect and it didn't make me loads of money, I would just be like, well, must be that didn't work. I need to do something else. And what's weird is when I joined BBD, one of the first lessons I watched in there was kind of like the basic math of business, which is how many people saw your offer versus how many people bought your offer. And what I realized was all of the things that I had created and then scrapped because I only got like a couple of sales, they actually had really good conversion rates. It just, they weren't in front of enough people. So, I didn't know what I didn't know. And then the hamster wheel of content, as a YouTube creator, I think like as a YouTube creator who has an online business, we are looking at YouTube in an entirely different way than a typical creator, influencer, YouTuber would be looking at YouTube. And on the flip side, as an online business owner, we are looking at content in a totally different way than a typical non-YouTube online business owner would be looking at content. So there's a lot of people who are just like on the hamster wheel of Instagram stories, Instagram carousels, Instagram reels every day, 3 to 5 times a week. I'm over here on YouTube with 1 long form video a week, or sometimes 2. Now, some of the ways that my business changed for the better after I joined BBD, honestly, saying that out loud sounds weird, because before I joined, really what I had was a side hustle. It was a hobby that made some revenue. So what changed for me is I finally understood how to make real revenue, not just from ad revenue on YouTube or affiliate commissions through Amazon, or talking about my camera, my microphone, or software and things like that, but my own digital products like 30 Days to a Thriving YouTube channel and my Video Brand Academy membership, my YouTube funnel program. I built repeatable launch systems, and a launch, by the way, is really just a promotion of your course or program. It doesn't have to be like a big thing. It's not like a big rocket launch. It's just a way of saying, hey, come on into my program, and, kind of having a doors open, like come on in kind of a period of time. I got crystal clear on my purpose, meaning like how I want my business to look, why I'm building my business, why I want to have the time freedom of having my business. Now, my kids are a lot older now than they were when I joined BBD, but still I find that crafting my business around my life and around the schedule of my life is absolutely invaluable to me, even with older kids. And I don't I don't really foresee that changing as they become adults. I haven't built a massive team. I have scaled with a small team, virtual assistant here and there. I do have a community manager inside of Video Brand Academy, but mainly I shifted my mindset around sales, around money, around what's actually possible for a solo business owner, for like a small solo business owner who just walks downstairs to her basement office and makes videos and runs a business and works with people every day. Now, when I think about it like that, it sounds a little bit like too good to be true, but the reality is because of the business systems and the offers and the sales systems that I have in place, that's what makes it possible. And that's where I like the foundation that I learned inside of BBD from James Wedmore. Now, let's talk about the the elephant in the room, which is the fact that BBD costs around $3,000 to join. And that's a big price tag for most people. I think even for most people in my audience, that's a hefty price tag. I get that. Now, it was a little bit cheaper when I joined in 2017. I don't think it's going to go up from there, but you can always use my link down in the description of this video to check the current price when the doors are open. But when I joined, I had maybe 20,000-ish YouTube subscribers. I had, I think, maybe 1,000 people on my email list, and I made back what I spent on BBD within 9 months. So I had like a low ticket $300 course. And if you think about the math on that, that's like selling a $300 course to 10 people. And to be totally honest and upfront with you, I think if you have a YouTube audience, I mean, if you have an audience on any platform, but if you have a YouTube audience and you're in the game of creating free content for strangers on the internet, and you have a good niche and you have subscribers and you're getting engagement on your videos, if you don't have a course or program, even a low ticket digital product or something, if you don't have that yet, your audience is like, those are hot leads. You know what I mean? Like, you have a perfect opportunity to create something that's going to be really effective for them and offer it to them using the steps outlined in BBD, and probably make your investment back the first time that you launch it. Or if you already have a digital product, a course or program or something, and you have launched it, you have told people about it, but you haven't made many sales, then you have something to tweak. Go through BBD and just tweak what you already have and relaunch it. Like, you don't even have to start from scratch. And one more thing to add, because I know this is my review of BBD, but I can't review BBD without also mentioning James Wedmore, who's the creator of BBD. One of my biggest turnoffs in the online space is what people refer to as bro marketing, which is very hypey, very do it my way. You're going to make millions tomorrow, or even like in a couple of months, very, very get rich quick, very, ego driven. And one of the things that I love about James is he's not that. I think sometimes it's easy to kind of lump all of the online business gurus together, and he's really not an online business guru. He's very knowledgeable. He has a lot of experience. But the reason why I appreciate what James has created so much with BBD is it's not just like, here, like, do this thing that I say to do because I know that it works. It's, here's this system and a bunch of processes and a bunch of step-by-step. Here's this whole kind of system to make what you want to build work. to make the business model and the way you want your business to work and the way you want to show up for your business to actually work and generate revenue. So if you're a content creator, YouTuber, blogger, podcaster, and you want to turn that content into a real business, I always say on my podcast, on Video Brand Infusion, you're not just building your audience, you're building a business, right? So if you have been building an audience and now you want to build a real business, BBD is perfect for you. If you're a course creator, you have digital products, workshops, memberships, coaching programs, and you've been putting them out there in various ways and they either aren't selling, or they're not selling consistently. They're not selling enough to make it seem like it's really worth your time, or not selling consistently enough to make this really feel like a business that you're building, then BBD is perfect for you. If you have services like graphic design, social media management, consulting, coaching, anything that you can do remotely online for somebody, then BBD is great. If you're like a plumber and you want to use it to get plumbing clients, it might work, but it's probably not ideal. If you're any kind of a teacher, a coach, a trainer, then BBD is right for you. And if you genuinely don't know what you're doing in business or sales, which was me, I was just showing up on YouTube and building my audience. I didn't really know what I was doing from a business perspective. If you're kind of in that frame of mind, then BBD is for you. So it's not an audience growing course. It's not going to teach you how to grow your audience. That's why my bonuses for BBD are perfect for anyone who wants to grow your audience on YouTube, because you're not going to get any of that kind of stuff inside of BBD. Now, if you don't have any audience at all, this might be a hot take. James would probably disagree with me, but if you don't have any audience at all and you don't really want to put in the time and effort to build an audience on YouTube or otherwise, I don't think BBD is the right place for you. Now, I know that if you are somebody who has more financial resources than time resources, you can launch whatever you want and not ever have an audience anywhere, because you could invest your money into ads, which you would also have to invest your time into as well. But I'm a huge fan of building an organic audience on YouTube by showing up with simple videos on specific topics around a single niche that are useful and informative and that people actually want to watch. I think that type of mentality is perfect for BBD. So if you don't have that, if you don't want to create content and show up for an audience for free with useful content, I don't think that BBD is right for you. And if you don't even really want to build a business with your own products and programs, courses, memberships, digital products, etc., if you'd rather just be like an influencer or a YouTuber, like that's okay too, but BBD probably isn't for you. Now, I will say that I always want to make sure that people understand, if you're watching my channel, if you're watching me, if you're like, what is she doing in her business? What is she doing on her channel? How does this work? How does she make money? I always want to be really super clear about something. I was always a multiple revenue streams are the best revenue streams kind of a person. That's how I approached my channel and my business starting out. So I had ad revenue through YouTube. I had affiliate revenue through like Amazon links, buy this camera, buy this microphone, software. I was promoting software, services, anything that I was using or doing to make videos or in my business. I had affiliate revenue from those things. I had, I would work with brands. I would have like a sponsored video. A brand would pay me to talk about their software or pay me to talk about their microphone or whatever. And I would also have my own courses and my membership. And as fantastic as it sounds to have multiple revenue streams, which it does sound fantastic, and it is fantastic. However, the first thing that went wrong was there was a company that I was an affiliate for, and I was crushing. In a year, I had gone from $150 of revenue as an affiliate to $1,500 a month as an affiliate, just from creating my YouTube videos. They decided to change their affiliate terms. And so I went from $1,500 a month to literally zero and had to build up from there. And that was like 3 years ago, I think. And it's only gotten back up to it hasn't surpassed $500 a month since then. It's usually $200-3-ish. $100. And then another company that I created a lot of tutorials about on my channel, they're still on my channel. They're still there promoting the software, teaching people how to use it. They completely eliminated their affiliate program. No questions asked, no explanation, no hey, thanks so much for all the promotion that you have done for our software, but we're ending this program. Nothing. It was just a notice. This program is ending. And that was really only a couple $100 a month, but it really grinds my last gear knowing that the content I created still exists, still promotes, just isn't attached to an affiliate link. So I don't get any kind of commission on that whatsoever. And even then, that's just the nature of affiliate marketing. Program terms change, programs become eliminated. If you are in affiliate marketing, you definitely want to diversify and have multiple streams of affiliate revenue, because you never know when something is going to go away. But then I was hit with what YouTube calls their invalid traffic bug. This was 2 years ago. And what that meant was, and I'm not even going to go into this, you can search my channel, you can find a video where I explain it. But basically, all of my ad revenue that I'm getting from my videos on YouTube went from whatever it was at, $1,200 a month or something, to zero. It was an actual, the graph is an actual cliff. An actual cliff. You can go watch the video. But there was this it's called an invalid traffic. It's not a bug, but it was. So my ad revenue was completely slashed for 6 weeks. I was not demonetized, but I was not generating ad revenue on my channel. So it was at that point that I was you know what? I'm going to go all in on my own courses, my own programs, working with my own clients, and growing the membership. And that was the year that instead of my overall annual revenue going up by a little step every year, it skyrocketed. Because when you're promoting something where you get a 20% commission versus promoting something where you get 100% of the revenue, your bank account is gonna look different. It's not rocket science. And so on top of it being more financially lucrative to focus on my own courses and programs and products, it's actually so much more fun because I get to be on the fulfillment side of those courses and programs and products. I'm the one inside of Video Brand Academy making the trainings, showing up to our live meetups, and creating more materials and AI tools and things like that for the people that I like chatting with every single day. It's a fun business to build because I built it that way. I built it to be something that I actually enjoyed working in and on, and not just being a billboard for other people's businesses, which honestly, that's why I started my own business and didn't just go get another job when I lost my job, because I was I'm going to put my time and effort and skills and strategies into building my own business instead of building somebody else's business with my time and energy and skills. So just in case you thought it was all sunshine and rainbows building your online business, it's really not. It's really about creating and iterating and continuing to show up, right? Now, I mentioned that as an affiliate for BBD, I do have a bonus bundle for you that's really, it's really designed for somebody who is building their audience with YouTube or wants to build your audience with YouTube instead of Instagram or TikTok or Pinterest or blogging. Nothing wrong with those things, but YouTube is the most powerful way to build your audience online because it is a search engine and it is an extremely powerful algorithm. And that means that people who are searching for the problems that you solve can find you and pay you to help them solve it. I am still working on exactly what's inside of my bonuses this year. My philosophy around building an online business and using YouTube to build that online business is that you YouTubeify your business. And so with that in mind, I have a YouTube funnel system that I love talking about for anyone who has a course or a program. Once you have a course or a program, we literally take the little puzzle pieces of everything and plug that into YouTube to create a funnel basically with YouTube. So the people who are finding you are not just here to like hit subscribe and give you a thumbs up. And hopefully they do that, but they are also aware of what you have to offer if they want to work with you in other ways that involve paying you, like buy your course, join your membership, work with you one-on-one. A lot of times YouTube creators focus on growing their audience and creating that free content, and their audience doesn't even know that they have courses or a membership or a way of working with you. So my whole bonus bundle for BBD, if you buy BBD through my link, has to do with YouTubeifying your business. So you can grow your audience with YouTube organically without ads by creating simple videos on specific topics once a week. So you're building your audience, but you're building your audience of people who are your ideal customers, ideal clients, ideal students. Now, there's a couple quick things I want to address before I, as I wrap up this incredibly long video. But if you have questions about BBD, like, is this right for you? Please don't hesitate to shoot me an email. I'm not here to sell you something that isn't right for you or that is not going to be helpful for you. But I've been in it for a long time. I'm always referring back to it. I'm always going back to it. And I'm kind of like refreshing my own knowledge because I'm constantly iterating in my business. So if you have questions, shoot me an email. Let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, like open, honestly. And if you do decide to join through my link, or if you join and you're wondering, how do I get Meredith's YouTubeify Your Business by Design bundle, you'll also have to shoot me an email for that. It might not happen automatically. So make sure if you want my YouTubeify Your Business by Design bundle that you shoot me an email and let me know after you have joined BBD. And then I'll hook you up with all of my bonuses and goodies and things like that. And if you want to hear more about how I have YouTubeified my business, then make sure to follow me here on this channel because I have lots of tutorials and things for like creating and editing videos, but I also do a video podcast once a week called Video Brand Infusion, which is essentially how I infuse YouTube into my business and infuse business into my YouTube strategy. So follow me here so you can get all of my updates, and I hope to talk to you soon.